Outstanding! You're ready for more information about this very lucrative and actually very exciting insurance product. And I'm really glad that you're here because what's happening with this product and this industry is nothing short of exciting. See, agents like you are making more money than they thought that they could. We have incredible examples of average life insurance agents who were barely even producing in their current company, who contracted with us and quickly learned what this insurance product was all about, how to share it with old and new clients, and immediately began creating a stream of thousands of dollars of income. That's exactly what happened just a few months ago with Paul, one of our new insurance agents. See, Paul lives in Utah and he was really broke. He wasn't even sure what this insurance product was. He had been an insurance agent for a couple of years with another company, but it just wasn't going very well. However, after working with one of our very seasoned trainers, Paul was able to share this with a brand new client, and within 2 weeks he had a $14,000 payday. And you can do that too. Chances are you're already sitting on a warm market and a book of previous clients that you could reach out to again. Or maybe you just have your own lead generation system. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you understand what this is and you learn how to talk about it. It's really that simple. So let's get down to business. What is this life insurance product? Well, it's actually not a product that's written on your client, and that's why there's no underwriting to worry about. But to really explain it, let's just take a couple of steps backwards. Imagine for just a second that it's about 1970. You're a big-time business person. Maybe you're a key person of a company, like a CEO or a partner. You've started a family, you're really successful, you make a lot of money, and your home and your car and your lifestyle, they all reflect that big paycheck. Now, since you're worth a lot of money to the company and, of course, your family, you have a huge life insurance policy on yourself with a $5 million benefit in case of your untimely death. Now, go ahead and imagine that you are successful for many years, and your kids grow up and they leave home and they have their own kids, and you and your spouse become ready for retirement, and then you retire with a nice income. Now let's assume you're in your 80s and you've been diagnosed with some pretty major health concerns, and it's taking a toll on you and your finances. By now your spouse has passed on, life is different, and there's no real need for such a huge life insurance policy, and it's also really expensive. You may not have the $50,000 or $60,000 or more every year to put into it. You could really use that money, but you hesitate to let go of the policy because you've put so much money in. You check with the insurance company and find out that the cash value that you've accumulated is not very impressive. Let's say you've built up about $250,000 in cash value. Well, you pretty much have two choices, either keep paying for it or cash out, right? Well, actually, there is a third-party market that would be willing to legally buy your life policy from you for, say, $600,000. And that would definitely be a much better option. However, that policy is still insuring your life, but you've just sold your interest or your ownership in the policy. So when you do pass on, your policy will still pay that death benefit, just as it always would have. But now, the new beneficiary is whoever bought the policy from you. This process is called life settlements. It's simply the sale of a life insurance policy that's no longer wanted or needed. Life settlements have actually been around since 1911, when the U.S. government ruled that insurance policies are legally viewed as financial assets and they can be sold to a third party. Well, the only problem was you could only afford to buy the interest in one of these policies if you had tons of money. So they were for institutions like banks. It's what banks do to get their money to increase safely. When they get a big old payout, they are able to realize 2, 4, or even 6 times the amount that they put into buying one of these settlement policies. And since 1997, due to the stability of these policies and innovative ways to pool together funds, you and I can put our money together to buy one of these policies too. In fact, most times there are 5 or 10 or even 15 people who share in the ownership of these types of life settlement policies, so that they can all share in the payout of the death benefit when the insured person does pass on. And this step of breaking up the ownership into pieces or fractions is called fractional settlements. Okay, so fast forward to today. You're an insurance agent, and as an agent, you can introduce this policy to your insurance clients too. Perhaps you've had an annuity or an IUL client in the past who would like to either put away more money safely, or maybe they don't have the time available to increase their money in any kind of an indexing strategy. But now you have one more insurance product as an option for your clients. You can let your clients know that they can safely and securely buy ownership in one of these fractional settlements, and on average, within 3 to 7 years, they can be enjoying the payout of a life insurance policy that is far greater than what they paid for it. And if banks and big-time investors can add this to their big money portfolios, why isn't it something that the average person can share as well? Well, they can. Just like Paul, you can learn exactly what this product is all about, how it works, and how you can bring it to your clients. You could be generating $14,000, $20,000, or even $50,000 paydays. Remember, you aren't waiting for the underwriting because there isn't any. The policy or multiple policies that are being sold are old policies that were already underwritten many years ago. And the suitability concerns of an elderly person doesn't work the same as it does for an annuity or an IUL because we no longer have to wait for compounding to work or for surrender charges. And there are no more difficult columns to explain to your clients either. There's no cost of insurance on the client, and there are no management fees in this product. It's not at all like being invested in the market because there are no investments to grow. If your client is invested in the market, they have three options. They either win, lose, or draw. They gain money, they lose money, or they break even. But if they have invested ownership in one of these policies, they have a fractional ownership. You cannot lose, you can only win. And you know right from the start exactly how much you'll be getting because you have a very specific percentage of ownership. If you buy 20% of a $5 million life insurance policy, you know that when that policy matures, you're going to get a $1 million payout. So no matter what, you win. The only real variable in the entire process is when you're going to win. You see, all these policies are on people who have a certain set of illnesses or have a predetermined amount of time that they will likely live due to those illnesses, usually within 3 to 7 years. That's determined by two different companies that come in and do a life expectancy analysis, and they're usually right on with their educated assessment. But what if they're wrong? That's okay, because as an owner in this policy, the client either wins early if the insured passes before their life expectancy, wins on time if the life expectancy assessment is correct, or they'll win late if the insured person should live longer than expected. But the one thing we can all be sure of is that no one is here forever. So there will be a day that the insured does pass on, and that's when the life insurance policy pays out. And your clients can buy one of these fractions of one or many policies, or they can do it over and over again as often as they want. Remember, this is not tied to the market. It's not dependent upon what political party is in office, what the price of gas is, whether or not we're at war, or any other correlated issue. Had your client's purchase not been an option, the insured would have had to lose their policy altogether or take a much lower and less desirable payout. It's really a win-win all around. The life settlement market is going to be growing to over $160 billion over the next several years. How much of that do you want to put in your pocket? Clearly, there is far more to learn about this than what you've learned here. But by now, you should have a basic understanding of what this fractional life settlement policy is, and that you can be sharing this product with your clients, and you can start earning an income as soon as you'd like. If you already work for another IMO or FMO, as long as you are independent, you can also contract with us for just this product and continue to do business as you always have, offering your menu of IULs, annuities, or any other product that suits your clients' needs. But now you have one more very exciting option for your clients, and one more extremely lucrative stream of income for yourself. And when you add this product into your arsenal of offerings to your clients, you will definitely be making more commission. And that leads us to the next step. If everything you've heard here sounds interesting, sounds like something you could do, or maybe you just want a lot more information about it, we should schedule a time to talk. There's a button below this video called Preliminary Application. It's just to gather a bit more information about your status and your level of interest so that we know how to start the conversation with you. Your information isn't shared or sold, it's simply a way for us to get the information you'd like to have to make an informed decision. So go ahead and click on that button below and it'll open up a very short form. Fill out that form entirely. Your information is going to go directly to one of our contracting team members, and that person's going to give you a call or schedule a call through email with you within the next 48 hours to go over all of your questions. We're really looking forward to sharing more about this insurance opportunity with you and giving you the answers that you need. So go ahead, click on the application button below, and we'll be talking with you very soon.